Amparo is the first woman to be appointed head of a Muslim organisation in Spain. At the beginning of February, the right-wing Popular Party made public its proposals relating to immigration. Among them was restricted use of the Islamic veil, which is something Amparo is indignant about.
Just because we're female and Muslim, what's going on? They think we're idiots, that we don't have any voice, that this veil which covers my hair also makes my brain disappear.
According to the polls, a majority of Spaniards support the Popular Party's ideas on immigration, which is no surprise to the president of the Islamic Cultural Centre in Valencia.
There's an increasing rejection of immigrants, and most affected are Arabs and Muslims. Politicians need to be aware of that, and they should help us sensitise people instead of stirring up social tensions.
The socialists tax their adversaries with xenophobia, which the Popular Party denies. The Conservatives say that, on the contrary, they want to end discrimination.
In Spain, it's not in our customs for students to wear anything on their heads in the classroom. They don't wear veils, but neither do they wear caps. For instance, they can't wear baseball caps as favored by Latino Americans. Students in a classroom don't wear anything on their heads.
We're in a working-class neighbourhood in Valencia, a town with one of the higher rates of immigrants. This young woman has worn an Islamic veil in a state school since she was 12.
You wouldn't go out without your trousers on, would you? Well, for me it's like that, since I first put it on. If I had to take it off, it would feel really strange.
In Suleyma's high school, 1 student out of 5 is an immigrant. The director explains that the Islamic veil is not an issue. What is important is to make sure school ghettos don't spring up.
I believe issues do need to be discussed when they genuinely exist. In our high school, some girls wear a hijab. There's no difference from the other girls. We have no problems at all with that. A real issue, however, is when a high school has 40 or 50% of immigrant students. A simple measure would be allocating a certain proportion of immigrant students to each state school.
For the first time in Spain, immigration was one of the main issues of the legislative campaign. 10 years ago, it barely existed. But today, 10% of Spaniards are immigrants.